Hello, hello again, Poke People. We are back for part 2 of my booster box opening. I knew you'd come back. These are the cards that we got from that first third of the box. Here's that box topper again. And we'll see if we can get another one of our illustration rares. And there was our Dunsparce. And of course, our regular EXs that we had there. So let's grab another 12 and continue our opening. See if we can get some more great ones. Some great pulls. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Alright. Now, like I said, we'll move through this one a little bit quicker because I've already talked a good bit about some of the items and some of the cards that we went through. But we'll just keep on going. Alright. A Hops Rookidee. Clink. Nimble. Larvitar, he's cool. Excelgorian. Pelipper. A Greedent, a Reverse Lowland Graveler, another Lycanroc, and a Tyranitar. He has an ability of Daunting Gaze. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand. That is going to be great. Anything that prevents your opponent from playing item cards is pretty darn effective. Now, his attack only does 150, and it discards the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, which can still be very useful. But again, he is also a stage 2. It can be relatively difficult to get stage 2s into play. Alright, next pack. Alright, we got Impidimp, Wailmer, Iono's Tadbulb, Cramorant, a Alolan Marowak, Brock's Scouting, I didn't look at this one. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or 1 evolution Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. I mean, it's a... Why use this when you can still just use a Pokeball? Or an Ultra Ball or one of the other ball cards? So, I mean... It depends. Because it still does get 1 evolution Pokemon, which can be useful. Virizion, Reverse Ruffian, Reverse Iono's Tadbulb. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. An Ens Zoroark EX. And this is... Let's see. This one is the full art. It's got the 2... You can see there, it's got the 2 silver stars. So, unfortunately, it's not the secret illustration rare. But it's just the regular full art. But, with these trainer full arts, they're really cool because they got the trainer silhouette here in the background. And Ens Zoroark right there in front. Now... A lot of people have talked about this card because of the fact that it's coming back with the trade ability. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. That is very, very effective. We've seen a lot of cards recently even do stuff like this. The most well-known one at the moment would have been, Refinement. For the Gardevoir deck. And my goodness, I cannot... Oh my gosh, how am I forgetting the Pokemon's name? Kirlia, my goodness. How could I not remember Kirlia's name there for a minute? Kirlia's Refinement. But that card is, of course, rotating very, very soon. Check him out. Look at him. Very, very cool. Alright, first hit out of that second third of the box. Let's continue. We got Remoraid, Carablast, Kecleon, Torchic, another Regice, Hops Corviknight, another Spiky Energy, a Reverse Wailord, Lavincia, and a Clodsire, Paldean Clodsire EX. He's a stage 1. Big little... whatever you want to call him, some muddy whale dude. I don't know, whatever you want to call him. He's got 280 hit points. Poison Ring. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't retreat. That's pretty effective. That's pretty useful. And he's got Giga Impact for 220, and during your next turn, he can't attack. That is a pretty standard attack on these big old EX guys. He's only got 280 hit points, so that could be an issue. But He's pretty cool. We'll set him on the side there. All right, next card. Next pack. Come on, let's see some Lily's cards. I haven't seen hardly any Lily's cards. Okay, Florgato, Hops Rookity, Ens Clink, Nimble, Hops Choice Band. This will be used a lot. Attacks used by the Hops Pokemon this card is attached to, cost a colorless less, and do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's just insane. Remember that Hops Crime Rant I was talking about? Attach this, he's doing 150 for free, right? That's right? I mean, that's insane. Insanity. Articuno, Postwick, Reverse Iono's Voltorb. He's got some cool artwork, too, with the colors and all that. The design. A Reverse Clink. And a Ludicolo. Look at him dancing. I mean, he is the carefree Pokemon. He's pretty carefree. All right. Next, Iono's Wattrel, Squawkabilly, Ens Clang, Frit, a Super Potion. Interesting, I didn't know that was in the set. Heals 60 damage for one of your Pokemon. If you healed any damage in this way, discard an energy from that Pokemon. Ens Darmanitan, Iris's Fighting Spirit, a Reverse Petalil, a Reverse Maractus, and a Hops Snorlax. With the extra helpings ability. Attacks used by Hops Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active. It doesn't stack, at least. At least it doesn't stack. Holy cow. I mean, that's building up even more Hops Pokemon. It's just the Pokemon that work with Hop are pretty crazy for the most part. Now, will they actually see play? I don't know. I'm sure you'll see something. You'll definitely see something. Let's see. Larvitar, Remoraid, Carablast, Kecleon, Super Potion again, a Reverse Minccino, Reverse Piloswine, and Lily's Rabombi. This card, I know, has got some pretty interesting things to it. It's got the ability Inviting Wink. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may have your opponent reveal their hand, and you put any number of basic Pokemon you find there onto their bench. I'm not sure how effective this is going to actually be. This was one of the promos in the Build and Battle kits. I do know that. I don't know exactly if it's going to be really worth anything. It kind of reminds you of, what was it called? Echoing Horn a little bit, where you could just grab a Pokemon from your opponent's discard. But that, of course, was your opponent's discard, not their hand. Let's see. Swinub. It's got a Call for Family Attack. That's always useful. Search your deck for up to 2. Oh, and it's 2 basic Pokemon. Some of those are only 1, which is a letdown. Delmise. Black Belt's Training. Shelmet. Weezing. There he is. There he is. Oh, boy. Look at him. Ugh. Terrifying. Maractus again. Mr. Mime. A Noivern. And a big guy, Wailord. He's a Stage 1 non-rule box with 240 hit points. That's absurd. Hydro Pump. This deck does 50 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. So, I mean, he can hit big numbers if you can get enough energy on him. He's going to be doing big numbers if you can get enough on him. But, of course, you, like I said, have to get it on him. All right, what else we got here? Got a Bagon, Wingull, Togedemaru, Squovit, Ens PP Up, Iono's Electrode, a Reverse Black Belt's Training, a Reverse Morgrim, and Hops Double. I don't think I've read this guy yet. His ability, Defiant Horn. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may switch in one of your opponent's benched Pokemon to the active. Well, that is... Man, these Hops cards are stupid. I mean, that's an auto... I mean, it's a boss's orders on a Pokemon. I mean, you have all the stacking Hops Pokemon stuff where the Hops Pokemon do additional damage, and then you've got a Pokemon that is just a boss's orders on a Pokemon? That's just, oh, it's insane. Rockruff, Caterpie, Magmar, Chinchino, Toadscruel. He has the ability Secret Forest Path. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 2 colorless less. Well, that's useful. That's very good. Ends Darmanitan, a reverse Furret, Hops Bag, and Meowscarada. Hadn't seen this one yet. With the ability Showtime, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it with your active. So I mean, he doesn't do that much. Rising Bloom 90 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, it does 90 more. I mean, so what? He's doing 180 damage. So why do you want him in the active? I mean, that card's just not gonna that card's not gonna do anything. Kind of useless. All right, we got 3 packs left. This one and 2 more. We got a Beldum, Baggin. I think I see something shiny back there. I could be wrong. I don't actually pay attention usually. Togedemaru, Lokix, Combuskin, a Alolan Golem, a reverse Lechonk, a reverse Lilligant, and our rare is, just an Alcremie EX. Stage 1 with 250 hit points. He has the ability Confectionery Gift. Once during your turn, you may heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. Well, that is very underwhelming. Has the attack whip shot, which just does 160. Well, that is disappointing. Okay. That wasn't near as interesting as I was hoping. Major disappointment. All right. 2 left. We need to do Hopsation first. Let's do Hopsation pack first. I hope everybody's been able to find some Journey Together packs out in the world. It's been very, very hard. Fortunately, I live around a pretty great LGS that I go to all the time for pre-releases and stuff. They are pretty great. So we got a Paris, Milcery, Paldean Wooper, Escavalier, Iono's Electrode, Volcarona, an Ens Clang, Skwovet, and a Butterfree. Well, that was useless. All right. So, last pack of this second third of that booster box. Hope you're enjoying the video. I hope to start posting a bunch more things here coming up in the future, but I'm forgetful. And, like I've said, it's very hard to find product, which is why I've been dividing this booster box up into 3 parts. Maybe I'll do something like that with the ETB I have, maybe the booster bundle. I'll figure something out. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but we'll see. I also like my Spider-Man videos. Check out my Spider-Man videos. Wailmer, Iono's Tadbulb, another Cramorant. I find it very interesting that there's a regular Cramorant and a Hops Cramorant in this set. It's very weird. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. A regular Cramorant, Florigato, Caparaja, Ens Castle, an Oinkologne. Hadn't seen him yet. That is a weird picture. Little Wailmer again, a Escavalier, and the last one is the Magearna. With the Auto Heal ability, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, heal 90 damage from that Pokemon. That's okay. Nothing really that interesting. But anyways, all right, that was the second set of packs out of that booster box. And this one I didn't really get as much as I did from the first set. I only got 3 hits out of those 12 packs. One was a very, very cool and Zoroark EX. full art. That's very, very cool. And then just a couple of regular EXs. So I still have only got one, one illustration rare. So I'm hoping there should be 2 more illustration rares in that third set of cards, that third set of packs. So if you want to see if I'm right, come back in a few days when I post that third part of the video. So that is all for now. I will see you guys later. Bye.